Alright, so after switching my build so many times and being new to PoE, I decided to share what build worked for me, especially for just starting endgame. As you see, I'm fairly new. I got some maps cleared. I'll show you the build I'm using. We'll go ahead and start with the skills. I'm running Lightning Arrow as the main DPS, Lightning Rod, Herald of Thunder, Herald of Ice, Wind Dancer, Orb of Storms, and then Cast on Shock for bosses if I'm struggling, and Mark. So for Lightning Arrow, I'm running Martial Tempo, Primal Armament, Lightning Infusion. Since I'm poor and I can't afford extra slots, this is what works for me. So for Lightning Rod, I'm running Scatter Shot, Concentrated Effect, and Conduction. For Herald of Thunder, I'm running Cold Infusion, Glaciation, Lightning Mastery. For Herald of Ice, Ice Bite, Magnified Effect, and Overcharge. For Wind Dancer, Elemental Focus, Innervate, and Ambush. Orb of Storms, Chain, Persistence, and Unleash. For the Mark, I'm running Blind, Heft, and Rising Tempest. Cast on Shock, Ball Lightning, Deceleration, and Impetus. For my skill tree, this is what I went for. Over here, it seems I get better map clearing with picking up these two for Gathering Winds and Point Blank instead of going all the way for the projectile extra projectile or windward. Once I get more points to put in here, I'm gonna go for endless munitions for the extra projectile, and then after that I'll get this. But this seems to clear maps better and works for me. We went down here. I picked up these just so I can get enough int to make this build work. As you see, I got plus 10 int for arcane alchemy. Came down here for master fletching to give that the quiver I have equipped a little more oomph. I do need a bit better quiver though. Also, we came here for escape velocity, for movement speed and evasion. I went down here for catalyst, for the damage, elemental damage, as well as to pick up this jewel spot socket. Came down here for this jewel socket, and to get acceleration. I don't have the best jewels, so this is basically a budget build for. It's really hard for me to find anyone that was doing like a budget build, whoever's struggling. But this is what worked for me. That's the jewel I'm using there for cold damage, critical damage bonus, cast speed, and to trigger spells. This one's for spell damage, chill duration, and elemental damage. I decided to grab feathered fletching for projectile damage, as well as sniper for the crit chance the further the enemies are away. Came up here, grabbed some of this crit chance and all this crit damage. Seems to work very well. Since I'm using Herald of Ice and Herald of Thunder, I grabbed these three to get the coming calamity. Seems to do good damage output. Also grabbed evasion. All this for dex, so I could make this build work. Came over here for the falcon to increase the speed of the attacks. And this is where I start seeing a big difference. I started grabbing lightning damage, lightning shock magnitude to cover more surface area. Grab this jewel spot for my jewels aren't the best, but that's what I'm running. Increased attack damage, armor, life leech, and then stun buildup. And then I also came down here to grab all this extra shock as well as shock magnitude. So that's the skill tree that I'm running. I tried so many things, and I was gonna change all this up and come over here to grab lightning rod. I'll probably end up trying that sometime, but this is working for now. Pretty easy to clear the maps. I'm working on getting better tier stones so I can do higher tier maps. I see I have one level 4, so I'm still working on it. For my gear, I'm running the Damnation Barrage Zealot Bow. I'm waiting to get some of these iron runes for this dual bow that I'm going to be running. But I'm basically picking anything with crit damage, crit chance, elemental damage, damage bonus, attack speed. Running the Morbid Ward helmet with evasion, rarity drop, and dex. I'm using this for now for the dexterity and the intelligence to make this build work. I do need better gear, especially for this quiver, but I'm using this because of the high crit chance roll on this. Boots for speed, evasion, it's pretty high. For the belt, armor, resistance, some mana recovery rates. Using this charm for not being affected for slowing down. Yeah, this build works pretty well. Hopefully helps somebody out. For my crit chance, I got 17 crit chance for my lightning arrow, as well as 287 for the damage bonus, crit damage bonus, and it's not high DPS for now. I'm level 71, but for clearing maps, it's not bad. I'm getting pretty good procs for ice or ice and a shock to break up the ice, so it's working pretty well. Hopefully this helps somebody out there. Yeah, this is my budget build, and hopefully I can get more slots opened up so I can add more of these supports on there to help out the build, but this is what worked for me. Thanks. Bye.